A man with the inability to make short-term memories must track down the man who killed his wife. This is the movie that opened my eyes to the world of cinema. I was a freshman in college when a close friend of mine asked me to go see it with him at a local indie cinema. And then I went back the next day and saw it again, and I went back the day after that and saw it again, each time bringing friends and family along for the ride. At the time, I feared that once this movie left our local indie cinema, it would just fade into obscurity. I thought it was such a small film that it wouldn't get a VHS or a DVD release. Growing up, I would watch a movie almost every single weekend with friends and family, all throughout middle school and high school, but I never really thought of movies as a form of art, more just of a way to hang out and pass time. But Memento changed that. I had never seen a movie do so much with so little. The story of a man who can't make new memories, trying to solve a crime, it's an interesting concept on its own. He takes Polaroids of his friends and his car so he can remember what they look like. When he finds a clue, he has it tattooed on his skin so he can't forget it or misplace it. But what sets Memento apart is the way that the story is told. The first scene in the movie is Guy Pearce's character Leonard killing the man who killed his wife. So right off the bat, we know he succeeds in his quest. And each subsequent scene is shot in reverse chronological order. Each scene starts as Leonard's memory is reset. We enter each scene as Leonard does, completely clueless where we are and why we're there, how we got there, and who we're surrounded by. And it is this editing choice that makes the movie infinitely rewatchable. While we watch the film in reverse order, there are some scenes sprinkled in throughout that are in chronological order. Most of these scenes include Leonard talking on the phone to some unknown person, and this is where we get a lot of the backstory. Memento was made for next to no money, and it showed me you can change the world of cinema. All you need is a good story, an interesting concept of the way to tell that story to the audience, and some technical skill. Anyone could have made this movie. It didn't require million-dollar sets and a team of visual effects artists. It didn't include hundreds and hundreds of extras. When this came out and I saw it in the year 2000, I felt like I was in some secret club. I just wanted to expose this movie to everyone I know. It was kind of like discovering a band right before they had their first big hit. This is also the first movie I can remember recommending to everyone I know, and I am proud to say that there are at least half a dozen people who I've recommended this movie to, and it became their favorite movie of all time. Now, Memento doesn't feel as fresh and original today as it did in the year 2000. In fact, a lot of people complain that there's a major plot hole that keeps them from liking the movie, and that plot hole is, if he can make no more memories, how does he remember that he has no memory? Just let it go. Just accept the movie for what it is and enjoy it. It's such a fun ride. I could see people being turned off by the herky-jerky, non-sequential editing style, and even now when I rewatch Memento, it takes me maybe 20 to 30 minutes to fall back into the groove of the way that the story is put together. But to me, it is well worth that initial discomfort. It puts you in the same emotional state as Leonard, never knowing where you are or what is happening. And once you get sucked in, you'll be waiting for each new scene to see what kind of trouble Leonard has gotten himself into. One of Memento's greatest strengths is how the true climax of the movie, towards the end of the movie's runtime, aka the beginning of Leonard's chronological story, it still hits really hard because you already know everything that happens after this pivotal scene. It completely changes everything that you thought you knew, and if you're like me, you're going to want to rewatch the movie immediately after it ends and see what you've missed. Now, over the past 20 plus years, Christopher Nolan has gone from indie filmmaker to one of the top directors in Hollywood. Studios will pretty much write him a blank check to make whatever his next vision is. Now, while I have enjoyed all of his movies, some of them I liked a lot more than others. But it is Memento that I owe my love of cinema to. Memento changed my outlook on the art of filmmaking, and I am forever grateful. And that is why I consider Memento to be my favorite movie of all time. Listening to your neighbors through a glass, remembering Sammy Jankus, showing off your Polaroid pictures, softly knocking on a motel door, tattooing your life story onto your body. This mustache and glasses combo